Hi, and welcome to Until 9 Million. This is episode 10, and we are 524 weeks until 9 million. Hi, and welcome back to Until 9 Million. As you may have noticed, this is episode 10, which is great. We managed to get 10 episodes out. And the second thing is that we jumped in the amount of weeks until 9 million. So the last episode was at 526. And currently we jumped up to 524. Now the reason for this is I did get a bit more work than I expected from my regular job. And I got a really bad cold as well. So you may notice it in my voice that it sounds a bit different. But anyway, this week I like to talk about passive income again. I've mentioned this often already, and a passive income to me seems like a very good way of making money. Then again, passive doesn't mean that you don't have to put in the work. So it's not that you do something and then you can stop doing it and then you make money. It doesn't really work like that. Usually passive income demands quite a bit of work up advance. You have to spend quite a bit of time on it, and it kind of builds up. So let's take a very good example, which is YouTube videos. Usually when you produce one video, maybe just for laughs or a family video or maybe something serious, you put it online, and if you're lucky you get a lot of views, but mostly you don't. Why? Well, there's not a lot of entry to your video that I would say. If you share it a lot, then obviously it can go up, and if it's really funny. I mean, cat movies do really well for some reason. And there's lots of other videos that do really well, and other good videos don't do really well. It's sometimes quite absurd how things get good and why things get a lot of views and why other videos don't get a lot of views. Usually when you make one video, it's not going to make you have a huge passive income. Now, people who put in a lot of effort and make a video every week have a much bigger chance of getting a decent passive income out of it, because they build up an audience. Maybe the first episode you don't have, or the first video you make, you don't have a lot of people, but once you make more videos, it starts to build up. You get a kind of an audience, and you build up subscribers, and people come back to watch your videos, and they share it, and it builds up. And there's this critical point where the effort that you put in to make those videos is gonna have a return that is actually worth it. Now, for me, I do have other videos than the Until 9 Million channel, and I do okay, but it's pocket money, really. The Until 9 Million videos so far don't do well at all. I'm okay with admitting that. Now, partially this is because I want to keep my anonymity, and it's really hard to share stuff that is anonymous. But at the moment, I don't have a lot of views at all. Maybe if I build up an audience, it will get there. But anyway, the reason I do this is partially for myself as well, to keep on reminding me that I want to get to 9 million. So anyway, passive income. YouTube is one example. You got lots of other possible ways of getting this. For example, you could write ebooks, write down your expertise, publish them in ebook form, which is really cheap. You don't have to invest a lot of money. And then if you have enough ebooks, or if they're really good, people will buy them if you can promote them properly, that is. So part of the passive income strategy, if you publish something online for the big audience, it means that you have to have a marketing strategy as well. Now, I'm still looking for a good marketing strategy on this channel, because I've produced many other videos and they do much better than this, but usually I can put them online publicly and I can put my name under it and it works better. And since this is not anonymous, it's a bit harder. But that being said, you never know. And one of the key things is that you produce a lot of it. Not just one time, but a lot of it. And I've seen this before on many YouTube channels. The ones that produce a video every week and have like 200-300 videos online, they usually start to get a return out of it. If they're good, then the return is really high. If the video is mediocre, then it probably will be a bit less. But some people do make serious money out of this. Then you got other forms of passive income which have nothing to do with publishing stuff, but for example, the stock market was one. So the stock market is interesting, but you have to have start capital before you can start investing in the stock market. So it's a bit different than starting, writing ebooks or producing videos. And on top of that, the stock market could be highly volatile. So you could lose money as well. It's not just investing the money you got and earning money with it, but with the stock market, you could lose money. Now, if you publish an ebook, you have to put in the time, of course, but usually everybody has a tablet or a computer where you can write on digitally. And investing into an ebook is usually only your time and your expertise that you had before, which you build up anyway. So there's different forms of passive income, ones that need like a serious investment, others is just time. Now, if you got spare time, why not put it to use and actually produce something that you can sell, like an ebook, or produce a video, or maybe produce a podcast. If you could get a sponsor that you can mention every time at the beginning of the podcast. There's many forms and ways of getting into passive income, and again, it's not the way to easy money. Some people are really lucky and get like a gazillion views on YouTube by accident. But most people put in a lot of work, and the return is like a real job. Although it is passive, because even when you sleep, views start counting up, and you get something in return. Now, other ways of getting passive income is, for example, producing a website which has some useful tool on it, and you can put commercials on it, and when people click on a commercial, you get a small share of money from that. Now, if you got a really interesting website, that could be an income, but again, there's always the trade-off between time you put in and revenue you get out of it. What popped up in the last couple of years is news websites with all kind of news, and those catchy titles like, "Oh, you never believed this when this woman said that," and I personally hate them, so I don't think it's a really good way, but apparently it works, because those catchy titles, a lot of people click on it and a lot of people watch it, and then they say, "Oh, it's only that news," or "Oh, it's just gossip," or it's usually not very serious news. So there's good passive income, bad passive income. I would suggest you try to pick something up that contributes to your community or to the world, which is better than gossip and bad news. But yeah, good. That was it for this episode. This was episode 10. Next time we have another episode on my monthly reports. It's almost time to get a report out. I did get some money in again from work, but I will tell you about that next video. Anyway, thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye.